What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. Hope you're well. We're taking another look at Bitcoin today. First of all, starting off on the weekly time frame. Just want to say thank you guys for the continued support. We're almost at 5k, so I would appreciate if we could push for that as fast as we can. Share the video if you can. Please like and of course comment underneath the video. So over here we see that we've finally seen the week, well, we had the last week's close under this support, meaning we're going to come back down into here, and it looks like for 2 weeks now we've actually held. So we'll get into the daily time frame. Of course, a weekly close below that wick down at, let's see what the wick is, 15,563. If we see a weekly close below that, we're going to see continuation further to the next target around 14k. This target of 14k comes back from this head and shoulders over here. If you've been watching the channel, or if you're new, but at least you've been here since last week, we recognize that this is a pattern I was able to get this initial target from. So we've seen this in the past, head and shoulders with a double bottom. And I've seen the double bottom in the past get above the EMAs followed by a capitulation event, but this capitulation is not done. I actually went through it last week. So where we are right now over here is essentially this area. So we're exactly mirroring this fractal, and I was able to get this 17.5k because I've seen this whole fractal before. So we're seeing it down here now on this larger one, but I saw it in the past back in 2020. So it's the exact same thing as over here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, double bottom, come up above the ZMA's capitulation. Here we had a V-shaped recovery. We had other situations in the world. So we had the I forgot what it was, the checks that they were just giving out to the people in America, the stimulus checks, there we go. They were just constantly printing money, so that's why it pumped the market. Essentially they were printing money and just keeping the stock market afloat. And so essentially over here we didn't have any of those sorts of news, so we knew we had to go and accumulate for 6 months, 6 to 9 months, because when we bottomed out in the past over here, from initially coming down to getting back out, it took 6 months. And back over here it was 9 months, I believe, till you started actually coming back up. So we knew once we'd met this target, because I got this target from back here, just like that, moved it over, and then we just need to go sideways for 6 months, and we just had that taken away. You can argue that even without FTX, this was essentially going to happen regardless, because it was in the charts. Show me the charts, I'll show you the news. So of course, this is the fundamental news event is what kick-started it, but we're not going to get targets without finding patterns in past price action. So that's what's going to help us. And if I just picked up this fractal for you guys from here all the way to the bottom, and we just drag that down here, you can see pretty much the moves are very similar. So we have a shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, W1 bottom, neckline, second bottom, pump, double bottom over here, dump, followed by a delay, if you see that. So this old fractal is actually showing us that we could have pumped up here. So this is why I was actually preparing you guys last week. If we pump up, so we need to see a close above this daily close, which is a daily close back above this first wick where we came down, our first bottom at 17,000. Let's just say 600. If we saw a daily close above that, it would kickstart this journey, but just back into resistance to eventually go lower. But we didn't even get that. So of course, preparing you for guys just in case we got that short-term bullishness, but always making you guys aware that, yeah, you will just eventually continue lower. Even if you do go up to 20k to 21k, doesn't really matter, guys. You need to be breaking above 23k up here, this right shoulder, and I'll show you why. I spoke about it last week, but if you're new to the channel, I'll just go through it again, because again, this is the same as back here, and I managed to sell once we lost this left shoulder, because that was telling me we no longer have a daily uptrend. But I was focused on this pattern on the weekly, and I noticed that this was a weekly higher low. So going forward, if I lose this weekly higher low, it means that on the weekly time frame I'm now bearish. So that means for months and months and months and months, 6 months minimum, we're going to be going down essentially if this trend does continue 6 months. So the weekly close below, that was my sell signal. I got out of crypto, half of it at least, and I started investing back down at 25k and 18k. And I was saying the same thing back down here. We have our left shoulder. If we lose the lowest point of the left shoulder, 18.6k, I know the bottom's not in, we put in that lower low. So that's why I'm telling you, even if we come up as you did here, see, you reclaimed that low. And that's why back down here I said I don't care if we reclaim 80.6 because it's not enough. Back over here, when we actually reclaimed it, as we were down here at the bottom, I was saying if we actually break this high, 44.2 with a weekly close, that will be a buy signal for me. I'll re-enter crypto. No matter for me that I sold here and I have to buy back high. I was telling everyone back then, I do not mind if I sell down here and I have to buy back in high. I'm going to wait until this high is broken, and that's the right shoulder, because we're trapped essentially below this point over here. So this is why similar to what I'm seeing on quant right now. So the people that are coming over from the quant videos, thank you for tuning in as well. And it's essentially similar to what we're seeing right now with quant having this right shoulder that is just falling back under. It's had a spike off here essentially, which is around $80-90, and it's coming back up, and people were getting excited, but it's still trapped under this and the right shoulder, left and right shoulder. So that's what we need to take out if we want to believe we're coming back up to 70,000. So same down here, guys. We need to come up and break above this point over here. Oh, that's an awful line, but you understand pretty much that we need to see a weekly close above this, go on the daily close above it, and then yeah, and that means that we're at least coming back up to here, which if we do fight, you validate a double bottom back up, and this would have just been a bear trap. But this is not what I believe, because this is not what should really be happening, guys. Since making a lower low, this is downtrend continuation, as I just showed you back way up here. What happened with the larger head and shoulders? As soon as you lost the left shoulder, it's just a continuation of the bear trend, and we had one spike where we stalled off for a bit, followed by another capitulation event. So this is exactly what I'm expecting right now for the next target to be in and around 14k, 13 to 14k. However, it might not just stop there, guys. Yeah, even if it does recover, it's just going to take so long. It'll take over a year. But yeah, if we continue, guys, again, you're just going to come up into these resistances. These are all resistances. So these are all the things you need to tackle. Really, we need to reclaim the 2021 low. Here, the 4th of January, right there at 27.7, and the June low. Apologies, guys, I just cancelled the video, I don't know why, but essentially, once we lose this low, I'm believing that we're going to come to 13, 14k, and even if we do start pumping, as the fractal says, well, I just need to double check where the fractal actually ends for you guys, but let's just see this. I need to reduce it so it fits to size. There we go. As close as possible. So we have our head, left shoulder, right shoulder, pretty much in the same area. The double bottom, first bottom is in the exact same area. Neckline, the pump above the EMAs. Maybe I can drag this wider, but then you can see the move here. I have to drag it over here. See if that's pretty much the same, which it is. And you can see it's got the same head and shoulders pattern. Well, let's try and get it exact. Don't know how we're going to do this exactly. We'll do it to the closes. There we go. Close to close there. It's saying it could have gone up, but yeah, essentially around 13 to 14k, which is the head and shoulders pattern target anyway. And it's just showing you that this was the fractal to complete that head and shoulders patterns target. So essentially that is your target. It means that essentially when you get down here, we should see a pattern in the opposite direction. That's what we get most of the time. So let's say we come down here, we could see a double bottom or an inverse head and shoulders over here with the fake out, and you come back up. But I just believe that this will flip into resistance. You eventually come lower, because this was not only just a head and shoulders with a failed double bottom and then a capitulation, which we just saw previously, and we're believing we're here right now and we're about to start this move down. But we also have the descending triangle as well, and this is what's got a target down at 11 to 10.8k going forward. So I hope this was clear cut for you and precise. I'm not BSing you and giving you this hopium to the upside. I'm telling you that if we do go up, realize it's going to get hammered back down, and we are in targets to the upside. The only way you invalidate the target to the downside is a reclaim of 18.6k. However, that's just for now. Then so if you reclaim 18.6, it's going to give you opportunity to come back up and break this box, which again we said we need to break above. And so if we're just coming up to it, that doesn't mean we're breaking it. So you could still get hammered back down and continue lower, even if we reclaim 18.6. That's why I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm talking about 23k. We need to get above 23k with a daily or weekly close. Thank you guys so much. Help me reach 5k subscribers. There's a giveaway on my Twitter at the moment, Louis_crypto. for a free course that will teach you everything you need to become a self-sufficient trader. If you just want to take action on that, I have 2 offers at the moment: 50% off my course, as well as an offer on my mentorship at the moment. You do get my Discord as well, where there's further exclusive videos for the people in the chat on my personal thoughts, like more in-depth thoughts on the market. That's all free, included in my education. Again, head over to my Twitter. There's a link down below, Louis_crypto, and you can private message me there. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want to enter the giveaway, head over to my Twitter. Peace.